You want the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
You can't handle the truth!
Well, we're giving you the Michigan Sports Truth, the show that detects, exposes, and reveals actual and hidden facts, truth, research, and statistics about all the Detroit and Michigan sports teams that the mainstream media doesn't want you to know, whether fans like it or not. No junk, no entertainment, no homerism, no coddling, no pop culture, no opinions, no shilling, and no fluff. Head over to our website at michigansportstruth.weebly.com, follow us on Twitter at Michigan_truth, and like our Facebook page, The Michigan Sports Truth. Also listen to us on Spreaker, SoundCloud, iHeartRadio, and Apple Podcasts via iTunes. The Michigan Sports Truth podcast does not represent or defame any of the teams it covers. It only detects, exposes, and reveals honest, actual, and hidden truth, facts, and statistics about them.
And here are those statistics for the 12-2 thumping by the Indians over the Detroit Tigers.
That one is long gone!
This is the postgame edition for June 24th on a Sunday, 2018. Matt Boyd, 6 earned runs on 3 innings pitched. Man, he got rocked as well. Adam Plutko, 2 earned runs on 6 innings pitched. The Indians outpitched the Tigers unanimously again. Even though Saturday's loss was not a rout, Friday's and today's games were routs, period. 12-2 today, 10-0 Friday, 4-1 last night. Man, how delightful is that tanking process now? I'm Taylor Phillips along with Louis Tenore. Follow me on Twitter at DT2Phillips. Also follow us on Periscope at Michigan_truth, the exact same as our Twitter handle. Also find my YouTube channel, Taylor Phillips. Except I don't want to be popular. I want to contribute to the fans that want the truth. The devoted fans that, you get the idea. So, Jeff Moss of the Detroit Sports Rag keeps pointing out Victor Martinez is a corpse, has a WAR of minus 0.9 or 9 from sour shoots from the Howard Stern Show would say. An anemic slash line of 243, 298, 336 for a horrific OPS of 635, OPS plus of 73. Still batting 4th. Remind me again what a genius Ron Gardenhire is. Ha 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 ha, yeah.
You mean Garbage Fire?
Yeah, Garbage Fire, yeah.
Yeah.
Garbage, just like Jim Leland and Brad Ausmus, Ron Garbage Fire has too much faith in Victor Martinez hitting cleanup. And Jeff Moss says he's not a fan of Pantera. Yeah, they're too old too. Yeah, and 45 minutes and change ago, Jeff Moss posted a photo on Twitter at Dead Sports Rag about the Indian Express plane from Major League, the movie Major League in 1989, and said, this is the only thing that could prevent the Indians from winning the AL Central. The AL Comedy Central, may I add. And that's the plane right there. 2 hours ago, he said in Dana Hoole's tweet, he said, you said this team could contend and not sell in July. I offer you 4-1 odds that they would not go up. They would not go 500. A very generous wager for someone who thought they'd contend. Offered had money escrowed just proving your words mean nothing, and you know nothing about the Tigers. Just like most fans do, because they don't care. They just like to see great baseball. It's as if they don't even care about their team. We care about the Tigers and all the teams in our state. Here at the Michigan Sports Truth, we detect, expose, and reveal facts that the mainstream media doesn't want you to know, such as the PR media on Fox Sports Detroit and the radio networks of the Tigers, Red Wings, Pistons, and Lions, and Wolverines, and Spartans, and Chippewas, Broncos, and Eagles. Public relations sucks. The public relations department sucks. For each team. So, Tigers and A's at Comerica Park. Tigers head back home tomorrow afternoon at 3:10. There's got to be a reason why it's starting at 3:10. Edwin Jackson and Jordan Zimmerman. Actually, this is Edwin Jackson. His career stats: 4.67 ERA, 98 and 120, 98 wins, 120 losses. His career WHIP, 146. 1,800 and a third innings pitched to be exact. 1,388 strikeouts. Just 12 away from 1,400. 1,400, my lucky number. 14. Jordan Zimmerman, 2-0 with a 4.95 ERA this season and a 124 WHIP. Edwin Jackson is making his season debut with the Athletics. Drew Verhagen with a fractured or broken nose, expected to miss 2 weeks. It's a broken nose. Ouch.
Boy.
Yeah. He sucks anyway, too, so.
I know what that feels like, though, with a broken nose.
Yeah. Tigers have a 4-game series against the Oakland Athletics tomorrow at 3:10, and I got tomorrow off completely, too. Tuesday at 7:10, Wednesday at 7:10, and Thursday at 1:10. So, there you go. Then they're in Toronto Friday at 7:07, and then Saturday and Sunday at 1:07. And Monday at 1:07. That's a 4-game series as well at Rogers Centre in Toronto, Ontario, Canada. Then they head to Wrigley Field, play the tough Chicago Cubs on the road. Wednesday and Thursday, July 3rd and 4th, Independence Day, both at 2:20. Then they're back home for another 4-game series against the Texas Rangers, Thursday and Friday the 5th and 6th at 7:10, Saturday the 7th at 4:10, and Sunday at 1:10 on the 8th. Then they're in Tampa Bay and then Houston before the All-Star break. Check the rest of the schedule on Tigers.com or MLB.com. Any sports website that has the schedules. All sports websites have all schedules, you know. So, that's Tigers talk. But we're not done yet. The Red Wings have placed defenseman Xavier Ouellet on waivers for a purpose of a buyout. Because like we said, and it's no surprise either, like we reported here on our podcast from thescore.com, they were expected to cut ties with Ouellet, plus forward David Booth and backup goaltender Jared Coral. So those other two players are next. They're gonna try to buy out Xavier Ouellet and kick him off this roster. Because Xavier Ouellet is no good to them. He really isn't. So, that's the truth. That's all the truth I have for late this afternoon. You know what that means.
It's now time for the National Sports Report with Louis Tenore.
Take it away.
Okay, we'll start with the baseball scores. The Yankees and Rays are going into the top of the 12th inning, tied at 6, but they have not announced the batters due up, so we'll get to that later. Right now, the Cardinals lead the Brewers 8-2, heading into the top of the 9th. Fowler, Batter, and Wong are due up. Oh, those you got, them, sure. Top 9, Astros are rolling along against the Royals, 11-3. No one on, no one out. Giles is pitching in. Muncy is at bat. Top 2, Marlins lead the Rockies 4-2. Vasquez is pitching in. Anderson is at bat. Top of the 5th, the Padres lead the Giants 1-0. No one on, no one out. Rodriguez is pitching in. Sasker is at bat. Bottom 4, Blue Jays leading the Angels 3-0. Gavolino is pitching in. Kinsler is at bat. And there's no one on, no one out. All the rest are finals as the Red Sox blanked the Mariners 5-0. Thanks a lot. Sale got the win. Gonzalez got the loss. Indians all over the Tigers 12-2. So Pluto got the win and Boyd got the loss. The Reds over the Cubs, again, 8-6. Stevens got the win. Stroop got the loss, and Iglesias got the save. Oh, the Reds can beat the Cubs, and they still, Dodgers over the Mets, 8-7 in 11 innings. Hudson got the win. Flexen got the loss, and the Mets are just crashing and burning. Everyone game all week. Wow. Braves over the Orioles, 7-3. McCarthy got the win. Hess got the loss. D-backs shut out the Pirates 3-0. Buchholz got the win. Williams got the loss. And Boxberger got the save. White Sox over the Athletics 10-3. Rodin got the win. Blackburn got the loss. Twins beat the Rangers 2-0. Barros got the win. Colin got the loss, and Rodney got the save. And one more game of the schedule. The Phillies will take on the Nationals at 8 o'clock. Vivia and Rodriguez are your horrible pitchers. Alright, so we'll now go on to the standings, and they read this way. And depending on the outcome of this game, the results may vary. Right now, the Yankees still have a half-game lead over the Red Sox. Yankees are 50-24, pending outcome of this game, of course. Red Sox are 52-27. Yankees leading percentage points 676, 658. So that gives them the first place. The rest of the American League East, of course, is pitiful, as the Rays are 36-40, 15 back. The Blue Jays 16 back at 35-41, and the Orioles really stink up the joint at 23-53, 28 back. Ugh. To my colleagues in the D.C. area, I feel for you. Central, Indians are 43-33. Tigers are 8 back at 36-42. Twins are also 8 back, but they are 34-40. The White Sox are 17.5 back at 26-51. And the Royals 23-53 at 20 back. In the West, the Astros are 51-27, have the best record overall in the American League. 4 back in Seattle at 47-31. Angels 41-36, 9.5 back. A's 40-38, 11 back, and the Rangers 17.5 back at 34-45. Now to the National League. Braves are 44-32, have a 2-game lead over the Phillies at 41-33. The Nationals are 3.5 back at 40-35. The Mets 31-44, 12.5 back, have now lost 6 in a row. And the Marlins are still the Marlins at 30-47, 14.5 back. All right, in the Central. Brewers are 45-31, have a 2.5 game lead over the Cubs at 42-33. Cardinals are 5.5 back at 39-36. The Pirates are 36-41, 9.5 back, and the Reds 32-45 at 13.5 back. And in the West, the D-backs are 44-33, have a 2.5 game lead with the Dodgers at 41-35, coming along nicely. Giants are also coming along nicely now at even at 39-39, 5.5 back. Rockies 38-39, 6 back, and the Padres 10 back at 35-44. All right, so now let's check tomorrow's schedule, and it reads this way. Leading off, a rare Monday afternoon game, starting with the Tigers against the Athletics. 4:15. Oh, wait, not an afternoon game here. The Angels versus the Royals. I think some of these are actually makeup games, so that's probably why. 7:05 games are the Mariners versus the Orioles, and the and the Yankees taking on the Phillies. 7:10 games, Pirates take on the Mets. D-backs take on the Marlins, and the Nationals will take on the Rays. 7:35, Reds take on the Braves. 8:05, Padres take on the Rangers. 8:10, the Blue Jays take on the Astros. 8:15, the Indians take on the Cardinals, and at 10, the Cubs take on the Dodgers. All right, so now we'll move along to World Cup, and games today are completed, and they run down like this. Leading off, today's World Cup action. Excuse me. All right, there we go. Leading off the World Cup action from today goes like this. England crushed Panama 6-1. Oh wow. Japan and Senegal played to a 2-2 tie, and Colombia shuts out Poland 3-0. Action continues tomorrow at 10 o'clock when Saudi Arabia takes on Egypt. Also at 10 o'clock, Uruguay takes on Russia. And at 2 o'clock, Iran takes on Portugal. Done that one. All right, and now we also WNBA action. Right now, Seattle is taking on Dallas, and the Liberty are taking on Los Angeles. And other games playing on, all coming up at 6 o'clock. Connecticut takes on Indiana. That's the Sun versus the Fever. Minnesota Lynx takes on Las Vegas Aces. I swear to make them any of them up. And the Phoenix Mercury take on the Chicago Sky. All right, so now we'll get to some news items of the day. And this one involving from my neck of the woods, sort of. Carmelo Anthony, who used to play with the Knicks, will stay with the Thunder. He did not exercise the early termination option on the final year of his contract to join the 2018 free agent class. Anthony, officially a member of the Thunder, again next season, will earn $27.9 million in the 2018-2019 season to complete the 5-year, $120 million contract he signed with the Knicks back in 2014. Yeah, he wasn't that good anyway, so it doesn't even matter. With Anthony back and a desire to re-sign Paul George to a maximum contract once free agency opens, the Thunder will have one of the largest payrolls in NBA history. That according to Bobby Marks of ESPN. He projects the Thunder's salary to be close to a whopping $150 million, with a luxury tax hit of more than $120 million. If that's, of course, if George resigns. While the tax implications are jarring, the Thunder have positioned themselves financially to absorb the penalty. like a sponge. Since acquiring before last season, the Thunder anticipated Anthony would opt into the failure of his deal, always viewing the trade as a 2-year deal, despite some comments after this season by the 10-time All-Star expressing some dissatisfaction with his role. Moving on down the line here. Even with Anthony under contract for next season, the Thunder could negotiate a buyout to stretch and waive provision or work a trade for Anthony, although he would need to waive his no-trade clause. However, the expectation for now is Anthony will be with the team for training camp. Last season, he averaged career lows across the board. 16.2 points, 40.4% shooting, and did not set a career mark for 3-pointers made in the season. Okay, well, we all have rough years, you know. If he is back with the team, if he feels like this is something he wants to continue to do, we all just got to be on the same page. That, according to Thunder General Manager Sam Priestley, he said that back in April. He said, "I don't want to lead in any different direction. Carmelo was great for us this year in the role he was playing. Made fewer threes than early in his career. Changed his shot distribution. Lowest turnover year, as I said before. The lamp was the best starting lamp in the league. Now, turning attention to Paul George for a second. George has until Friday to opt out of his $20.2 million that he is owed in the final year of his contract to become an unrestricted free agent. $20.2 million, though. Wow. All right, moving on. More basketball news here. The Cavaliers will add power forward Billy Preston to their summer league roster, according to ESPN. No, not the singer that sings "Nothing from Nothing Means Nothing." Okay, so get that out of your head. Anyway, Preston is a 6'10", 5-star recruit and a former McDonald's All-American last year. Is known for his athleticism and scoring talent. He committed to Kansas and was once projected as rated as high as a mid-round second NBA draft pick, that according to ESPN. However, Preston never took to the court for the Jayhawks after he was involved in an on-campus car accident back in November that led to an NCAA investigation into his eligibility. The NCAA never ruled on the situation, leading Preston to sign to play overseas in Bosnia back in January. He only played 3 games there before an injury forced him to be sent back to the States. NBA scouts had a hard time gathering information on Preston because he had barely played in the past year. He also declined to take part in 5-on-5